What's good, YouTube? Justin Righteous here. I like to yap on world topics. Here's another reaction video. Let's get straight into it.
Would you believe me if I told you that YouTube as a platform has been around since 1986? Well, I sure hope you didn't, because that was a lie. YouTube was created in February of 2005, which at the time of recording this makes the platform over 20 years old. Now, in this time, YouTube has evolved so much that it's almost unrecognizable from what it used to be. Believe it or not, there was a point on this platform where people would go viral for posting videos of them dancing on a shitty $15 webcam or a video of their cat. But compared to nowadays, you have people like Mr. Beast who are spending $4 million per video.
Mr. Beast is definitely a pioneer to what YouTube is right now and the future of YouTube. Mr. Beast definitely made YouTube way more serious than it was before. Before it was really just a tool of creation for whoever, the average individual to just post random videos on the internet. But Mr. Beast helped turn YouTube into a full-on film production outlet, like a full-on film production platform.
I'm not gonna directly ask, but hey, Mr. Beast, you know my PayPal's always open. In terms of YouTube though, I'm still struggling to figure out how we went from this to this.
I thought he was gonna show some serious
to
shit.
This CIA cover-up level mystery, we have to go all the way back to the year 2005.
2005, baby.
This segment of YouTube is what
I was
I'm going
7
to be
years
calling
old.
the classic era. Between the years 2005 to 2009, YouTube was simply a video sharing site and nothing else. This is so far back that there was no Mr. Beast, there was no Matthew Bean, no Logan Paul. There was no such thing as YouTube drama. Instead, we had things like this.
Alright, so here we are, one of the elephants. And cool thing.
What you just watched was a piece of internet history. It was the first ever video uploaded to YouTube. This was a point in time where you simply uploaded videos that you found entertaining, whether it be a cat video or you dancing, or maybe you're in the mood to listen to some guy Mongolian throat sing about hamburger.
Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper.
As obvious by most of these examples that I'm showing, the videos being posted here were very amateur. While doing research, I found this video uploaded all the way back in 2008, simply titled Club Penguin Free Membership Not Hacked. Now, I know you're gonna have a really hard time believing me when I tell you this, but there was no production team behind this. Either this video was recorded on a flip phone camera, or YouTube just simply couldn't support higher resolutions at the time, but this was posted in 144p. I'm not able to understand a single thing that's going on within this video. I think I'd have a better chance walking into a pyramid and being able to read the hieroglyphics on the wall. And that's a real bummer, because I was looking forward to getting a Club Penguin free membership without using hacks. There was no such thing as professional YouTubers back then. Nobody was thinking about the click-through rate, capturing people's attentions with a flashy thumbnail. In fact, you were lucky enough to even gain anything over 100 views on a video. However, there were a few YouTube channels who were able to gain a pretty big amount of popularity, like Smosh, Fred. Smosh was a skit YouTube channel run by Ian Hecox and
Smosh was definitely probably the biggest YouTube channel at that time. Around 2010, 11, 12, 13-ish. They had very, very good skits. They had some very, very funny skits, and they were kind of one of the people who bridged the gap between traditional entertainment, movies, productions, video games, and things like that, to YouTube, to social media. They bridged that gap.
Anthony Padilla, where they would dance in front of a webcam, and thankfully the quality on this is much better than the Club Penguin video, this time at 240p. I don't know too much about Fred, just that he would make skits with this really annoying high-pitched voice. Smosh was gaining such a large audience at the time that they were making it onto local news stations, and obviously that brought a lot of attention back to YouTube. So this is where we enter the next era.
The golden era?
2010 to 2013 is where YouTube really started to gain more traction as a platform. The
I wouldn't
music
say it's
industry
the
would
golden
eventually
era.
catch wind of this, and we would see more and more musicians upload music videos. You, of course, have your Justin Bieber.
I would call it more the music era than the golden era. But he does make a very, very good point with the music.
Baby, which for the longest time held the record as the most disliked video on YouTube. But then I thought about something else, something that hadn't crossed my mind in quite a long time. Whoopin' Gangnam Style was the most popular video on YouTube.
To hit a
it held the
billion
record
views.
as the most viewed YouTube video for a pretty long time. My parents didn't let me listen to it because they said sexy in it. More and more creators were starting to show up and gain a pretty
PewDiePie.
significant audience. A couple names you might recognize are Ryan Higa. He would make skit
Ryan
videos
Higa was
like How
great.
to Be Ninja. Another one is Vanoss Gaming, who
Vanoss
actually,
Gaming.
I'll let you figure out what type of content he makes. PewDiePie would start
Call of
uploading
Duty,
gaming Let's
trick
Play
shots.
videos, and he would quickly become the most subscribed to YouTuber on the platform. As obvious, YouTube had gone mainstream, and not as many 30-second short videos were going viral. It was a lot more creator-based this time around, and people were starting to see the true potential in what YouTube could become in the future. And those people were pretty correct. I don't know how to transition over.
They were
I
definitely
really don't.
correct. 2014 gaming era, yep.
2014 to
He's on point with that
2015 is
one.
when YouTube officially was cemented as the go-to video sharing platform. It isn't really a place where you can simply get popular by uploading funny cat videos.
I would say he's on point with that one, but it's a little bit, the gaming era of YouTube started a little bit earlier than that. I would say it started in 2012 when Black Ops 2 came out. Because even before that, people were already posting trick shots and people were already building clans and posting like quick scope montages on YouTube, you know, with Modern Warfare 2 and everything. But Black Ops 2 really opened up like content creation with gaming and professional gaming and content creation
anymore, which is really sad because I wanted to see Go Kitty Go too. In order to become successful and have an audience, you almost have to be a designated creator of some sort, or you have to be a musician. This is around the time in my life where I started watching YouTube. I was watching gaming creators and they became pretty well known. Being a YouTuber is now considered a real job, and some people would get so famous that they would end up going
Before
on
it
live
was a
TV.
joke,
It
kind of
was
like
almost
gaming.
a fun little crossover episode of some sorts. A really fucking awkward crossover episode. Now, if there's anything that I learned, it's that I don't think traditional TV media and the internet really mix too well. Whenever a YouTuber would go on a talk show or something, it would just create this really weird, awkward vibe. When I was 10, I was probably one of the most socially inept people ever. I'm talking, I would fart in public like no shame. Now, when I was watching TV, even I was able to sense that there was some sort of weird awkwardness. It's really hard to describe, which is exactly why I'm not gonna describe it. Minecraft is also at its peak here. You have creators like Stampy, Captain Sparkles, and my beloved Dan TDM. Real quick, I have no idea how or why, but this motherfucker used to upload once, even twice a day for years. So thank you, Dan. Thank you for the immense amount of service that you gave.
Posting once a day was unheard of back then. Posting every day was unheard of back then. YouTubers would either post once a week. They would post on the same day every week. They would say something like every Monday a new YouTube video, or you know, things like that. It was unheard of to post every single day. But the people who started posting every single day absolutely abused the algorithm and changed consistency when it comes to YouTube.
To us Minecraft lovers. Honestly, it wasn't even just Minecraft. I'd say all gaming creators were at their peak here. Jacksepticeye was gaining tons of popularity. Markiplier was getting millions of views by playing a small horror game you may have heard of. It started to get some attention. It had animatronics. Really hot animatronics. It's probably a little too niche for you, I don't know. This is the time where I started to watch creators
It's not that niche. Five Nights at Freddy's?
Out, and of course,
That's not
Bruce
niche.
Stu. I want to give a special thanks to them because they're the ones that really made animation on YouTube popular in the first place. If it weren't for these people, I'm not sure any stickman or animation YouTubers would really be as popular as they are today. Genuinely,
Birdie.
these three were some of my biggest inspirations growing up, and they made me want to become a YouTuber. So thanks, guys. Anyways, moving on.
The edgy era?
2016
Interesting.
2017 is what
The edgy era. Okay, I would call 2016-17 the vlog era and the family channel era.
many people consider to be one of the best eras of YouTube. Maybe it's just purely nostalgia
It is.
bias, but
It definitely
kind of
is.
agree with this sentiment. A whole new wave of
I
creators blew
agree.
up this year. Gameplay commentary, YouTube was really starting to become its own thing. It's as simple as turning on a game.
Gameplay commentary was definitely a thing way before that. I mean, I understand that the Tokimon, the creator of this YouTube video, I think he's 20, so he's pretty young. I'm 26. So I was 18 years old in 2016 and I was 15 years old in 2013. So I was like on social media a lot, and 2016 is definitely when like people started vlogging much more, and the lifestyle influencer era started becoming very fruitful.
Of Call of Duty or Counter-Strike Surf, and then just proceeding to talk about as much as you possibly can for the next 8.5 minutes, and that's about it. Pyrocynical was a pretty popular commentary creator. You know, you also had Memeulous, and I love these two. I used to watch them all the time. But there was one creator, one beast who just could not be tamed, and that was Leafy Is Here. This motherfucker Leafy was at the time one of the most ruthless commentary creators.
I think I heard about him.
There was another creator who was well known for making hit pieces on people and ending their careers. This is all sarcasm, by the way. It's the fucking internet. From the depths of online came the beast, the gnome Keemstar. Now, when I was like 11 years old, I thought that Leafy and Keemstar arguing on a podcast was the funniest shit ever. But now, when I think about it 9 years later and look back, dude, it was two grown men arguing on the internet. Are we fucking serious?
Because you
every
sit
single
there in your
person
stupid
that he
fucking
is in
podcast
contact with,
and just
and you
fucking
over clown
regurgitate
and
your
you're
same.
That was one side of the edgy YouTube spectrum. But then there was the other side with creators like iDubbbz, Max Mofo, and my personal favorite, Filthy Frank. Admittedly, the type of content they would post was
I don't know who
lowbrow
most of these
humor.
people
it was
are,
edgy
man.
and offensive shock
Like,
humor for
he's-
the sake of being edgy and offensive. When making this video, I
We-
did think
we
to myself,
lived
was
two
iDubbbz
different
really that
eras, bro.
offensive? I mean, maybe we're just remembering it all wrong. And then I went back and watched the Tana Mojo video and countless bad unboxings. I legitimately do not think that I can play any of the clips. I think it would get my channel taken down. Filthy Frank was my favorite, and at least once a year, I sit back and I just go through all of the old videos again. The older I get, the more I realize that this entire Filthy Frank universe was very well a character and nothing more. In Filthy Frank's channel description, it literally says that Frank himself is a character. Pink Guy is another character within the Frank cinematic universe, and he ended up making music, which somehow ended up on the charts. Of course, gaming YouTube is still alive, animation is still going strong, and it just seems that YouTube is just at the top of its game. Little did we know the change that was right over the horizon.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken, he is about to talk about the monetization issue and the censorship issue.
The adpocalypse is truly one of the hardest moments in YouTube history.
The
Edgy commentary
adpocalypse.
was really killed off during this time, and that's because you weren't able to make money off of it anymore. You see, before, you could say like that. However, the corporate overlords above ended up finding out the type of stuff that was being posted on YouTube and eventually pulled all advertisements from the website. This led YouTube to create the dreaded demonetization. iDubbbz ended his infamous Content Cop series. Filthy Frank eventually left YouTube to go start a music career, and Leafy ended up leaving YouTube entirely. When demonetization eventually became normal, the edgy era was completely done.
That's what happens when
2018 to 2019 was relatively
information
uninteresting.
entity
It
becomes
was
too big,
rather
too
basic.
powerful, too
To the
influential.
few edgy era creators who didn't yet leave YouTube, they were still trying to find their groove and navigate around the new monetization policies that were in place. There was a new community of Instagram vloggers who became super popular around this time. To name a few, you have David Dobrik, James Charles, Shane Dawson. I forgot to mention Rice Gum, who would just flaunt his money and his LA mansions. And who could forget our favorite sibling, sibling duo Logan Paul and Jake Paul. Logan, I actually still remember when the infamous Logan Forrest video was posted on YouTube. It was on the YouTube trending page. I'm not gonna lie, this era of YouTube was pretty bland though. And that takes us from 2019 to present day. Honestly, not much has changed. Monetization has gotten a little bit stricter. Mr. Beast has become the biggest YouTuber on the entire platform, and Shorts were introduced as a way to compete with TikTok, and they were very successful in doing so. And
people don't realize that short form content literally only started in 2020 or 2021. So that's 5 years ago, right? All because of TikTok. Like, you might have had the 15-second Instagram videos, but reels where you just scroll and, you know, videos, reels, shorts, TikToks, that literally only started 4 years ago. It's not that long ago, considering how long social media has been around.
And that's really all I have to say about YouTube. Subscribe.
All right, that's enough for the video. Thank you for watching. Shout out to Tokimon. His videos are great. I'm going to put the link in the video. Link of the video in the description down below. Give me your thoughts on the comments down below. How old are you? When did you start watching YouTube? Do you watch YouTube religiously? Who are some of your favorite creators on YouTube? I really want to know. So thank you for watching. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.